Hey there, welcome to this tutorial and thanks for choosing to have an interface with me again. My name is Terence Aloya, and in this tutorial we are going to be dealing with the introduction to PowerPoint presentation. So ladies and gentlemen, here is how I open my PowerPoint presentation. I come to the search tab and search manually search here by typing manually PowerPoint. But upon typing the word power, the computer introduces me to a dialog box which has the PowerPoint app. So upon double clicking there, the PowerPoint app opens, and the most interesting thing here is that the screen is divided into two, like we can see. To begin with, dear ladies and gentlemen, on the left hand side we have our recently opened files. We have all these files. These are the files that I basically opened just recently. One interesting thing here is also that I can pin these files as long as I want. I can pin unlimited number of files, as many files as I want, and also I can unpin them whenever I want. So whenever I feel like I don't need them at the top anymore, I can unpin them. Then that's about the left hand side. Also, to come back on the right hand side is where I have my templates. A template, by definition, dear ladies and gentlemen, is an already made file that I can only amend it to suit my need. For instance, these I can open any of these. These are already designed presentations. I can only open and I amend them to suit my needs. But ladies and gentlemen, for the purpose of this tutorial, let us use a blank presentation because we want to learn everything from the beginning. So I'm going to choose a blank presentation, which is here. So upon double clicking there, now the computer now brings me here. But I want us to also notice one thing, that as you open a blank presentation, a slide is created by default. But for us, since we want to learn everything from the beginning, we have deleted them. So I want us to begin with how we can enter a new slide. As you know, slides are the backbones of PowerPoint. So when I'm on the Home tab, I can come here and I click on that small arrow to choose for any slide which suits my presentation. Then also I can enter a new slide by coming to the Insert tab and then come to the Slides tab, which is right here. I click on that small arrow and then I choose any slide which is going to suit my presentation. Of course, they're the same slides, only just here I can enter them using the Home tab or the Insert tab. Now we have a number of slides here to choose. We have title, slide, title and content, section, header, to content, comparison, title only, and so forth and so forth. Now it's upon you to choose the kind of slide that you want. Perhaps when I want to maybe talk about the differences between indirect rule and direct rule, I can use comparison slide, where I'm going to set differences between direct and indirect rule. Then I come this side direct rule, this side indirect rule. Then here for to content, maybe I want to talk about causes and effects. This side I will of course be having the causes, this side the effects. So I can choose any kind of slide that I want. The next thing, dear ladies and gentlemen, is design. When I click on the design tab, you will realize that the designs are all inactive, like I cannot apply. This means that designs can be applied on slides, but since we had not created any slide, the designs cannot be applied, so they're inactive. Therefore, I come back to the Insert tab or the Home tab and I insert a new slide, any slide that I want. So I can decide to insert that, so that when I come back to the Design tab, we shall realize that all of them are now active. I'll click any design just to you now see it appears now on the newly created slide. So that's about designs. The next thing is transitions. Ladies and gentlemen, when I click on transitions, you will realize that they're all active. It means transitions can be applied on slides. Transition is to transit, how I'm going to transit from one slide to another. In other words, how my next slide is going to appear. For instance, when I'm using fade, you see, that's how the slide is going to appear. Push, that's how it's going to appear. Wipe, that's how my slide will appear. Split. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one interesting thing here is that these are not the only transitions I have. When all of these are not suiting my needs, I can come to this small arrow down here and click on it to navigate for more and more transitions. That's it also with transitions. Now when we come to animations, dear ladies and gentlemen, upon clicking on it, you realize that all of them are inactive. This means that animations cannot be applied on slide, but rather it can be applied in the text boxes inside the slide. So when I bring my cursor and put in the text box there, ladies and gentlemen, you will now realize that all the animations have become active. When I remove the cursor, they're inactive. I bring the cursor inside, they're active. Therefore, when I click on any, that's how my text is going to appear. Perhaps for demonstration, let's put something here inside and we see how it's going to be appearing. So when I'm using the fly in, that's how my text is going to appear. Flooring, that's how it's going to appear. Like transitions there, ladies and gentlemen, animations also have got more and more options, and I can access them through that small arrow. When I click on that small arrow, I can navigate for more and more of them here. And that's also about animations, and so forth and so forth. We have also other tabs, the slideshow. Maybe when I want to play all my slides from the beginning, I'm going to come to the slideshow and click on it. But since we had created only one slide, it's going to play and stop there so soon. So that's it also with the slideshow. We shall be we shall be learning more about them in our subsequent videos. We also have the review tab. It's here. So here I can also do a number of things, maybe pertaining the comment, language, proofing. Like under here, for example, we can use the spelling check, whereby when I click on it, the computer will run automatically over my spelling and detect the possible errors that I could have made during the preparation of my presentation. We have the view tab. The view tab is where we can also change a lot of things on our slides. For example, these slides are being shown in the normal view. I can decide to change the view. When I put outline view, see something changes. This one has been sunk, then this one has moved a bit to the right. When I'm using slide sorter, you see something has also changed. But I would advise you that if you do not have any reason for changing the view, you can leave it in normal view. You also have the notes page. Yeah. So we have a lot of views also. But if you do not have a reason, like I said, for changing the views, you can use the normal view. It looks also good. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things we can enjoy here in PowerPoint. Then one other thing that I do not want to forget is when we come back to the home tab, um, there's what we call shape fill. So right now it's still inactive because shape fills cannot be applied on slides, but rather on the text boxes. So when I come and put my cursor there, the shape fill becomes active. And when I click on that small arrow, I'm going to choose the shape fill. You will understand more as I see changes on the slides. Let's use yellow. When I bring my cursor to the yellow, you see a yellow side, rather a yellow background of the text. And when I click on it, it's applied. One other thing that I can add on the shape fill is the shape outline. When I want to give it another outline color, for instance, I'm going to use black. When I bring black, you see the shape has got a black cover. You will realize that there's something changing bordering the yellow. You realize some changes as I'm moving through this color. So when I apply black, that is it. It has been applied. So ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things that we can navigate here in PowerPoint. It has been only an introduction to PowerPoint presentation, and I hope it has been educative. And if it is so, then kindly respond by hitting on the subscribe button, like, comment, follow, and share this particular video. Don't forget, we are coming back for the contents under master slide, and of course how to prepare your presentation using all these tools you're seeing here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's call this off. I've been Terence, a lawyer. and it was nice interacting with you guys. See you again in the next tutorial. Thank you.